Hey Juventus, welcome back to the AJC. It's May 17th. I'm Alberto. I got all this morning's news surfacing around Juventus. We're going to take a look at Lucci, his status, and his future. Lazio has two Juventus targets that they could potentially be looking at for the summer. And then we have the capital gains case, all right, Monday, May 22nd, the big day. We're going to take a look at the latest news in terms of the penalty Juventus could face. And we have our first projected lineup for the match tomorrow against Sevilla in the second leg of the semi-final Europa League, all right? Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and now let's rock. Bonucci's status hasn't changed in terms of time frame. 15 to 20 days is what he's out for. That was basically reported by Club and Max Allegri in a press conference. However, he is being reported that he is doing everything in his power to get back and not have his season end on that note, being injured, all right? In terms of his future, the reports are everywhere, from retirement to him wanting to feature in Euro 2024 and also potentially taking an offer abroad in order to feature more. So it is all up in the air with Bonucci. We will have to wait and see what happens there. Lazio, two targets that they have in mind. The first one being Rovella. When the news first broke out about that one and using him to potentially bring in Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, I immediately said, hell no, don't do that. The reports today suggest that Juventus is unlikely to move Rovella. But the second is Dejan Kulusevski. And Sarri apparently has always admired the player. Now, this one seems too good to be true. Lazio coming in. Lazio's never done us any favors. Lotito will never do us any favors. But to take a player that everyone knows doesn't have a future at Juventus and use that in giving us a long-time target, all right, and working down the price on a long-time target like Sergej Milinkovic-Savic, it seems too good to be true, but my God, you would have to take that one if you were Juventus, all right? But those are the two players Lazio have identified as potential targets for themselves in the summer. Capital gains case, May 22nd, okay, Monday. We also have a game against Empoli, and how fitting we were going to get the point penalty that we were about to face. Obviously, Juventus will appeal, but the early signs indicate that we are going to lose that appeal on this point penalty case. But what's interesting is what's being reported today as the focus. The main focus is set to be distress of the sanctions, all right? So basically, according to Article 8, Paragraph 3, the penalty points that are put forth have to make sense in terms of distress during the season that it applies to. Okay, so essentially what that means in short is that if we're facing a penalty and we're able to cover it in points, this is how I take it anyways. Obviously, the way they list everything, and if you take it word for word, you can interpret it in different ways. But the way I take it is that if we are facing 9-10 point penalty and we're able to cover that and essentially wipe it clean as if there was no penalty, still achieve European play and whatnot, then it would not meet the criteria of distress of the sanctions. So they could either put those points forth to the next season and have us start in the hole, all right? So again, that's how I take it, but we have to wait till Monday, May 22nd to find out what's going down. But I have this feeling, I know from talking to all of you in the community and whatnot, all you Juventini, we feel the same, that they're going to do everything in their power to keep us out of European play next season. We will have to wait and see what happens. Now, speaking of European play, tomorrow is the huge second leg semifinal decisive game. It will determine who goes to the Europa League final between Juventus and Sevilla. This is our first projected lineup. Szczesny in goal. Gatti, Bremer, Danilo as your three center backs, Quadrado, Fagioli, Locatelli, Rabiot, and Kostic across the middle, and Di Maria and Milik up top. What do you think about that lineup? For me, the only thing is I would have someone very dynamic as left wing back like Chiesa or even Ealing Jr. But given the moment, given the circumstances, I think you got to put Chiesa in there because we need to score. All right, but that's just me. I lay it out for you to play it out. What do you think about that and all the news you heard today? Let me know in the comment section, and don't forget to join us tomorrow morning live, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time, when we get hyped up for that second leg semifinal against Sevilla. Till then, fino alla fine, forza Juve. Ciao tutti.